Right now, a heartbroken mother warns others not to drink and drive this holiday weekend. Plus, police in Lafayette provide an update on how the downtown police precinct is doing in terms of fighting crime and getting drugs off the streets. And people are on the move as they try to get to their final destination in time for the 4th of July.
Live from Acadiana, your local news leader, this is Pa's Pa 2.
Thanks for joining us this Sunday morning. I'm Renee Allen. In Church Point, police are looking for 3 people who they say were involved in a drive-by shooting on June 27th. It happened Monday morning when police say 3 houses and a vehicle on Martin Luther King Drive were hit by gunfire. Police say this shooting was a retaliation aimed at someone who does not live in the area but was seen there. Eric Myers, Chasten Carrier, both of Church Point, and Keon Armstead of Lafayette are wanted on several charges, including 5 counts of attempted second-degree murder and assault by drive-by shooting. Again, all persons are presumed innocent until proven guilty. In St. Landry Parish, the Barbecue Fest kicked off for the 4th of July weekend with live performances by local musicians. News 10's Rodrika Taylor takes us to the festivities.
After the COVID-19 pandemic put the festivities behind, the St. Landry Barbecue Fest is back, bringing carnival rides, music, and fun before the 4th of July.
It's so great to see it coming back again today with food, family, fun, and music. You can't go wrong with that.
St. Landry Parish President Jesse Bellore says the festival hasn't happened since 2014.
I brought it back this year. We have a great turnout today.
He says the festival is a family-oriented event. Some activities include vendors, a petting zoo, a mechanical bull, and more.
This is what we're trying to express to the people. You come out here, you see kids, you see their parents with them, you see them riding rides together. This is what our parish is all about.
One festival goer says he recalls a time when he was at the last festival on Yamblee grounds.
I'm a lifelong resident of Opelousas, and in years past, the Yamblee Festival on these same grounds was always an exciting time for families to gather. It's an amazing event. I'm here with my family, actually, and it's just something that was needed in the community and necessary.
News 10 spoke to some of the children at the festival. They say they enjoy riding the different carnival rides.
It's just good to see the smiles on these kids' faces. They're really enjoying themselves out here.
This is just a prime example of where we can be and where we're going.
Sunday is the last day of the festival in Opelousas. Rodrika Taylor, KLFY, News 10.
It's always nice to see family enjoying themselves. The parish president said there will be a large fireworks display at the end of the festival, and that's tonight. If you're looking for something to do this 4th of July weekend, there are plenty of other festivities taking place for you. For a full list of those events happening in Acadiana, you can visit our website. That's klfy.com. The U.S. Department of Transportation says every 45 minutes someone is killed by a drunk driver. Many parents and law enforcement officers are concerned about people drinking and driving this holiday weekend. Here's a mother who lost her son 12 years ago, and she still remains heartbroken.
Only 3 miles to go until Lindsay Fontenot, 25, and Raymond Borg, 21, would have made it home.
Because at first I was in disbelief.
Lindsay and Raymond headed home from a club in Thibodaux on July 2nd, 2010.
And at that point, neither one of them realized that they had approximately 8 minutes left to live.
At 2:26 a.m., Ava Fontenot got the call that changed her forever.
She said, "I really don't know how to tell you this." And I said, "Just tell me." And she said, "Well, there's been a crash and Lindsay didn't make it."
The driver who hit them had a blood alcohol level of 0.209, more than twice the legal limit, and all 3 were killed. Mothers Against Drunk Driving works to prevent these tragedies.
Just as if someone were to go into an area with a weapon, only they're on the road and this weapon weighs 2 tons.
Baton Rouge Police Sergeant L.G. McNeely says they've had officers injured at the hand of drunk driving.
We had 2 officers that were struck on the interstate by an impaired driver. One officer lost his leg and the other officer had extensive injuries.
Man Louisiana Director Sonny House says these deaths are preventable. example.
People say, well, this is an accident. When you make the decision to get behind the wheel impaired, it's no accident. It is a choice.
You know, he ruined 3 families' lives that night.
Lindsay was just shy of marrying the love of his life, Jessica.
All of those hopes and plans and dreams that she had with Lindsay were now gone.
The U.S. Department of Transportation says if you see an impaired driver on the road this holiday weekend, safely pull over and go on. Call 911. An Acadiana woman wants to know why her service dog is denied access to her job. Here's News 10's Jasmine Dean telling us what she found out.
This is Justin Melanson with her service dog, Roscoe. Melanson wants to have Roscoe, her dog, with her at her job, ARC, where she helps people with disabilities. She says ARC has refused to allow Roscoe to be with her.
The reasoning behind refusing of the service animal is to protect their clients and because it's in the clients' homes.
Melanson has even provided her employer with a doctor's note prescribing her with a service dog. She says due to her medical history and for health reasons, she has to have her service animal with her everywhere she goes.
My dogs are trained specifically for my needs. They keep me calm, they keep my blood pressure down to a safe level. Working with my medication keeps it down. Without my dog, my blood pressure is still too high.
When asked if there were any alternatives presented, Melanson says she was offered a change in schedule.
Their alternatives is for me to work overnight with one client, which means I'm taking a $1.25 pay deduction. And because of my medication and my health, I can't work overnight.
Well, we reached down to ARC of Acadiana for a statement on this, and a representative responded by saying, quote, "It's an internal issue that we cannot comment on at the moment," end quote. We have details on that new police precinct in downtown Lafayette for you. It's been open since the start of June, and already officers have confiscated guns and drugs off the streets there. They provided an update to downtown stakeholders on the work they've done thus far. The precinct brings that extra sense of security for downtown businesses and residents.
Park Putnam, the trees have been cut back to allow more lighting in the area, and also motion detector cameras have been implemented in the park as well.
We're told overall that the downtown area has a security camera system that is able to tap into about 600 pre-approved cameras housed at businesses and residential. The owner of Black Cafe welcomes the downtown police presence.
The downtown area is starting to get more popular, and there's starting to be more people down there, and with that comes more people that are not out for the best interest of downtown, so more policing is needed there.
In the last 30 days, the street team reportedly made 3 arrests in the downtown area. 1 arrest was for a warrant, 1 for an illegal carrying of a weapon in a bar, and 3rd a traffic stop arrest, which included a stolen gun and 3 grams of marijuana and 2 grams of crack cocaine. The precinct commander is Captain Chastity Arwood.
We'll be available if the residents have any problems or business owners, and hopefully we can work together to solve any problems they're having downtown.
Captain Arwood responds to concerns that too many police will be a hindrance to people who live downtown. Some residents expressed concern about extra restrictions on what they can do and where they can go.
They shouldn't be concerned. If anything, they should feel more safe having the officers patrolling the area, easier access if they do have a problem.
There is also a narcotics team who reportedly in the last 30 days took 2 guns off the streets in the downtown area, made 3 arrests and issued 8 citations. Traffic booming this holiday weekend. The TSA reporting nearly 2.5 million people grounded through airport checkpoints Friday. However, at the airport, thousands were greeted with delays and cancellations. Elise Preston is at Newark Airport just to bring us more.
Across the country, families are hoping to get a little freedom from their regular lives this Independence holiday weekend. For the Devines from Connecticut, their trip to Turks and Caicos is 3 years in the making.
As you're watching all of these airline cancellations and airline delays, what are you thinking?
Thinking that it might never happen.
Right. That was been her quote for the last year and a half, was this trip's never going to happen.
Thousands of grounded flyers aren't so lucky. Alex Enrico opted to take a 9-hour bus ride instead of a first-leg flight just to make sure he made his connecting flight out of Newark back home to Singapore.
How are you able to laugh at all of this?
Well, I mean, it's experience, right? And, you know, we wouldn't have this experience if we didn't have any troubles.
The 42 million Americans opting to hit the roads this holiday weekend aren't dealing with cancellations, but they are dealing with costly fill-ups. The national average for a gallon of regular hovered around $4.82 Saturday, $1.70 more than it was just a year ago.
It's annoying. It just makes us decide what we're doing and where we're going and try to do more things in one certain area than not.
But for drivers and flyers who just want to relax at their final destinations, they say it's worth it.
While things are quiet here in Newark, experts say give yourself plenty of time to travel this weekend on the highways and in the air. For airports, the advice is 3 hours ahead of your scheduled flight time. Elise Preston, CBS News, Newark, New Jersey.
And we have more news for you. Rain in the forecast.